Good morning, Vancouver. It's Thursday, February the 21st, 2013, and from the Pollinate Studio, this is Terminal City News. The Burquitlam Lions Care Center in Coquitlam is in the midst of a flurry of protests from residents when management issued a memo saying that cats were no longer welcome to be on the premises. The seniors are devastated by the news, as cats have always been a welcome addition for quite some time. As such, the community is rallying around the seniors, including Candy Hayter, the daughter of one of the residents. And no, I'm not making that name up. To compound matters, a local veterinarian has pledged free vet access, and a local pet store is offering to donate supplies. Regardless, the upper management is steadfast in the issue, with Superintendent Pugs McScrufflesruff stating that the decision was rough, but I'm putting my paw down on this issue. Stop barking up this tree. On Friday, local theater chain Festival Cinemas announced they were being sold to Cineplex Entertainment, the largest theater chain in Canada, as of March the 1st. CEO Ellis Jacob announced he was thrilled by the opportunity to squash even more of the competition. And, okay, I can't really joke about this too much because I'll be a Cineplex employee due to this sale, but if I can just direct your attention over here. This past week, 1,400 students at UBC participated in a mass Harlem Shake, or whatever it is the hell you kids are doing these days. I, for one, am usually totally game for anything that reduces stress during exam time or even to break up the monotony of the daily grind. But when I was in college, we usually spent our days chasing women. Local talent Rae Jepsen led the Juno nominations this year with 5 nods. That's actually kind of the joke right there, the Junos. On Sunday, the Queen of Cowichan, a BC ferry vessel sailing from Horseshoe Bay to Nanaimo, had to turn back to dock when it was discovered that a 5-month-old baby and its mother had been separated. Seems that the mother ran off the ferry to grab some coolers left in the terminal, leaving the child with a stranger. The incident was early in the morning and caused delays lasting the whole day. The woman left with the child was quoted as saying, "My parole officer isn't going to like this," while the mother herself went on the record to say, "Well, how else was I supposed to get my pre-brunch booze on?" BC Ferries, in turn, released a statement saying the mother's actions were not advisable. In a surprising turn of events, this past Tuesday, the federal government closed down the Coast Guard station in Kitsilano. I guess they seem to think that Burrard Inlet and False Creek do not need constant monitoring by the Coast Guard, that no search and rescue operations need to be had, this side of Richmond, and that for some bizarre reason, the people of British Columbia do not seem to exist. Why would they close it down? The Conservatives have always been really big pro-security and pro-military, unless you live in BC, I guess. On Monday night, a police raid on a drug warrant on the 11th floor of an apartment building on the 4200 block of Grange Street in Burnaby was more than the officers were bargaining for. The search yielded drugs, obscene amounts of cash, firearms galore, IEDs, and dynamite. Hold on a second. Dynamite? Are you serious? What the hell were you guys going to do with the dynamite? Blast a safe while Lefty the Squealer kept you covered outside with Tommy guns? Or maybe you were planning on sending some Chinese workers to their deaths by building a railroad through the mountains. The BC Liberals just released their budget in anticipation of the upcoming election. If you take a good look at the budget, you'll see that it is, in fact, the NDP budget with the name NDP scribbled out on top and BC Liberals penciled in. It'll get them elected, right? And that's all the news we have for you this week, Vancouver. Join us next week from our new shooting location, Wreck Beach.